In sunny Anaheim, California, Beam Monster Jam makes its triumphant return in Angel Stadium for Stadium Tour West's very first stop of this season. It has been a while since we've done an event, and 12 drivers are lined up and ready to go. We already saw Stadium Series East make their beginning. Well, Stadium Series West is now ready to get underway in the beautiful Angel Stadium here in Anaheim. Hello everybody and welcome to Angel Stadium. I'm Who's Ready for Monster Jam, also known as Michael, and I am very happy to be your host for today's event here in Angel Stadium. We have a really star-studded lineup here for you, and I gotta say, we are back. Beam Monster Jam is ready to rumble. Me and everyone behind the scenes have been putting in the time. We are ready to come back and get these events back rolling for you. So we're sorry for the delay, but man, we are ready and we are pumped up. This is going to be a great event. The very first stop on this series is bound to be a good one, but let's meet the other member of our announcing team. We have Album ready to talk to you about the sidelines.
Thanks, Mike. We're coming to you live from Angel Stadium just a few minutes before the show gets underway. As you can see, fans are pouring in and the excitement is building. It's going to be an incredible night here for Beam Monster Jam. Right behind me, the water truck is making its final pass over the track, giving one final last pat down. The surface dries out super fast, so the track crew wants it perfect. Not too slick so the trucks can grip, and not too sticky so they can still pull off those crazy tricks. The trucks are rolling into position, and you can hear the crews in the pits making last-minute adjustments, checking tires, tightening everything up, and preparing these 12,000-pound machines for action. Everything has to be flawless, because once they hit the track, there is no room for mistakes. I'll be keeping you updated all night with the latest from the pits, giving you the inside scoop on every Beam Monster Jam truck as they compete. From intros all the way to the last truck in Freestyle. Stay tuned, this is going to get intense. Back to you, Mike.
The stakes could not be higher. It is such an important start to this series. Everyone is on the hunt to win that series championship and make their way to the Beam Monster Jam World Finals. There is so much on the line here, and it all begins in Angel Stadium in Anaheim. The fans have been ramped up for it. They've been asking for it, and we are here ready to deliver with 12 monster trucks. We're going to meet them in just a moment. They're going to be competing in 3 competitions today: racing, 2-wheel skills, and freestyle. And man, we have got some heavy hitters. Out of this field of trucks, any of them can walk away with a series championship. We've got our dirt crew on the track right now, making sure things are ready to go. Beam Monster Jam's going to start in just a couple moments. Are you ready to meet your Beam Monster Jam contenders? Here today, all 12 are lined up and ready to go, and we will start things off with Charlie Pauken, Monster Mutt. Charlie Pauken, this is going to be his 3rd event in the history of this channel. He is ready to go. After him, we have Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune. Kayla Blood, a longtime member of Beam Monster Jam. She's ready to go to work and try and win a series. Next up, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Weston Anderson has been dominating the stadium events he has gotten to do, and I'll tell you right now, he is a real threat to win this entire series. Coming out next, the Great Shark. This is Adam Anderson, Megalodon. Adam Anderson, another incredible competitor, out of his normal truck, and he's going to bring the Megalodon fans a lot of wins this series, I can guarantee you that. Next up, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior. A fan favorite here on Stadium Series West. It's going to be a tight race for him to try and win this series, but don't count him out. one of the young stars in the sport. Next up is John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. A beautiful machine that is ready to surprise a lot of the Beam Monster Jam fans with his talents. Next up is Zack Garner, Wild Side. Another young star, a good buddy of John Zimmer Jr. These two are not only going to be battling each other, but battling very hard against everyone else. Now welcome to the floor, Todd LeDuc, Monster Energy. Todd LeDuc, one of the best drivers in the sport, could be a real sleeper to walk away with a series win here. Next out onto the floor, Linsey Weenk, Lucas Oil Crusader. Linsey Weenk, a longtime veteran of the sport. This man is going to be a real tough competitor. Next up, another young star, Pagliarulo, Excaliber. Another member of Tomfoolery Motorsports, we have Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Please welcome your series competitors from Beam Monster Jam Stadium Series West. They're all out of their trucks, waving to all you fans. They are so ready to get underway. They've been anxiously waiting for this event, and they are so pumped to get into our first competition. But there is still one more competitor that we have to meet. One of the most unique Beam Monster Jam trucks. Please welcome Kane, Apex. One more time for Kane and the all-new, beautiful Apex. This is their final competitor on this series and what is bound to be a star-studded, action-packed series. I can't wait for it to get underway. So, Anaheim, California, let me ask you, are you ready for Beam Monster Jam? is Beam Monster Jam. you've gotten to meet all the drivers, but let's take a look one more time at your competitors. We've got Charlie Pauken and Monster Mutt, Kayla Blood, and Soldier Fortune, Weston Anderson and Grave Digger, Adam Anderson and Megalodon, Bryce and the Great Lips Mohawk Warrior, John Zimmer Jr. and Terminal Velocity, Zack on the wild side, Pagliarulo Monster on the suit, Linsey Weenk and the Lucas Oil Crusader, Mike Pagliarulo and Excaliber, Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken, and Morgan Kane in that beautiful new Apex. Now again, they're going to be competing in 3 competitions here tonight. I already mentioned them before, but we've got racing, skills, and freestyle. They are all going to be so exciting, and there are 36 points up for grabs, and it all starts in the first competition of the day, which is racing. Here is a look at your racing bracket. 4 trucks get automatic buy runs into the second round because of the 12 competitors that we have out here. That is Monster Mutt, Apex, Mohawk Warrior, and Terminal Velocity, and it is time for us to go racing. So let's meet the competitors in your very first race. In the red lane, Mike Pagliarulo, Excaliber. And his opponent in the gray lane, Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. I'll tell you right now, this is going to be a really tough matchup for Mike Pagliarulo. Mike Pagliarulo, this is only his 3rd event ever on the Beam Monster Jam circuit, so he is still trying to work out some kinks, and he is going up against one of the hottest drivers in Beam Monster Jam right now. Weston Anderson has 5 racing wins in 7 career events. He has been dialed in at the stadium level, and these two are ready for our very first race of Stadium Series West. Let's go green! We are off. Weston Anderson already looking a little bouncy coming around that first corner. He's got himself a lead right now. Excaliber going to try and make up some ground in the final corner. He's looking smooth. He's looking fast across the line. It's a close race that goes the way of the Grave Digger. Weston Anderson getting a little rowdy in that one, but Grave Digger will advance, but Excaliber put up a pretty good fight. You can't count him out going forward, that's for sure. We advance into our next race in the red lane. Adam Anderson, Megalodon. His opponent coming out of the gray lane. This is Linsey Weenk, Lucas Oil Crusader. Adam Anderson, this will be his 5th event. He has 1 racing win in his career. Linsey Weenk, this is only event number 2 for him. He has not won a racing competition yet. He did win a 2-wheel skills competition in his first ever event. That was back in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium. So his first event outside of his sponsored building. How will he hold up against one of Beam Monster Jam's best? Oh my, Crusader got the jump off the line, that's for sure. So given an advantage, will he hold it all the way through? Adam Anderson with a lot of troubles right now. Megalodon all over the place. Crusader is not. Crusader is smooth. Crusader is fast. And Crusader is your winner here in this round 1 matchup. That was all Crusader from the get-go. He got the jump and he won from the moment this race begun. He's fired up about it. So we take a look at the bracket. Round 1 is actually over because Wildside and Soldier Fortune got buy runs into this round. Monster Energy and Kraken unfortunately couldn't make it to the line after intros. So we will move on into round number 2 already, as our competitors will make their way to the line to begin this second round of racing. Again, points are up for grabs in every single competition out here. You can get a maximum of 12 in every single one, and with every race you win, you're adding more and more points to your total. And at the end of the day, not only can you win an overall event championship, but these guys are fighting for a series championship. So now we get a look at Weston Anderson in Grave Digger taking on Charlie Pauken, Monster Mutt. We already got to see Weston Anderson out here, but it's our first look at Charlie Pauken. This is his 3rd event in Beam Monster Jam, and he already has a racing win under his belt He won it back in Indianapolis, so he's going to be a real competitor. And Weston Anderson's not going to have a cakewalk here. Oh boy, Matsuma clips the turning pod. That's going to send him all over the place. Gravedigger looking smooth. Matsuma with a critical flaw. And that is going to hand an easy win to Gravedigger. Charlie Pauken was fighting from behind from the moment he hit that turning pod. Looking at that super glue glued to the action replay. Monster Mutt just couldn't keep it under control. So the official word, obviously, Gravedigger is your winner. He's on to the final four. Ready for our next race. We've got our first look at Morgan Kane, Apex. And his opponent, Linsey Weenk, Lucas Oil Crusader. Morgan Kane is a very good racer, but how battle-tested is he? Well, this is his 7th event, and he has never once competed in a stadium here in B Monster Jam. Let's see if he can handle the veteran in Linsey Weenk, who is in his 2nd event. Oh, we've got ourselves a staging problem. We're going to restage him and get him ready. Linsey Weenk is a veteran, but not quite to B Monster Jam. Just his 2nd event ever. So let's see how these two guys who are pretty much new to this series at the stadium level, how they'll fight. Linsey Weenk again getting the jump off the line. He is just reading those lights better than his opponents so far tonight. Let's see if that gives him an advantage in this race like it did in round 1. Little mistake for Morgan Kane. It looked like he didn't get those front 2 wheels up the ramp quite well. They are very close, coming around the final jump. Oh my, where did Apex go? Apex stopped for a coffee in the turn, and that's going to give the Crusader a win. No idea what happened to Morgan Kane. Let's look at it on the replay. Oh man, he went into that corner way too soon. Well, that's what happens when you take a pit stop at your local Starbucks in the middle of a race. Apex is going to lose this one. Crusader is going to advance into the semifinals. Second half of the semifinals is upon us. First up, we've got Zack Garner, Wild Side, and his opponent, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. We have not gotten to see either of these drivers here tonight. Bryce Kenny has never won a racing in his career. This is his 5th event. Zack Garner, however, does have a racing win. However, it came in an arena, so much different battleground here in the stadium. Different angle here as we can see Wildside had a lead, but big costly error. That's going to take his lead right away from him and hand the win to the Mohawk Warrior. Man, Wildside had it in the bag, but something went wrong on the landing, and it cost him his chance at winning here today in Anaheim, California. Disappointing for Wildside and exciting for the Mohawk Warrior. Just got one more race here in the semifinal until we get to the semifinals. We've got John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity taking on Kayla Blood in Soldier Fortune. Kayla Blood does have a racing win. This is her 14th event here on this channel, and the only competition she's ever won has been racing. John Zimmer Jr., on the other hand, this is just his 2nd show on the series, does not have a competition win yet. Really anyone's game right now, every corner is so important. Terminal Velocity with a lead right now. They're tight, coming around the final corner. Soldier Fortune clips the turning pod. That's going to slow her down enough to hand Terminal Velocity the win and advance him to the semifinals. We have not had any real photo finishes here tonight. It's been a lot of drivers who are just taking home the win pretty obviously. But as we get to the Final Four, the competition gets a little bit tighter. You see our semifinal bracket right there. There's some really good battles that are geared up for you. Man, oh man, this is going to be a fun Final Four. Out of these Final Four, none of them have been making many mistakes here tonight, especially in this first pair. The bottom pair has still only made one pass. So this this is their second race of the day, whereas in our first pair here, we have two drivers who came all the way from round number 1, and they have both been really good. If I was a betting man, I would probably make a bet that your winner tonight is going to come from this very first race in the semifinals. In the gray lane, we have Linsey Weenk in the Lucas Oil Crusader, and in the red lane, we have Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Two very incredible competitors. One of them's going to have to win. One of them's going to have to sit and cry on the sidelines. Who is it going to be? Why don't we find out right now and go green? Another Linsey Weenk jump off the line. I mean, he is just dialed in here. I don't know if he's putting his competitors to sleep by hypnotizing them at the starting line, but he is certainly getting the jump on everybody, and it's paying off because he has yet another lead around the final turn. Your winner is Linsey Weenk of the Lucas Oil Crusader. Final round bound in Anaheim. No better way to start a point series than by going to the final round. You're guaranteeing yourself 11 or 12 points. There is literally no better way to start for Linsey Weenk and the Lucas Oil Crusader in the competition he does best. Our other semi-final pairing in the gray lane, we have John Zimmer Jr. in the Terminal Velocity taking on Bryce Kenny in the red lane, driving the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. They're ready to pull to the line, and the winner of this race goes up against Linsey Weenk in the final round. It's going to be a date for the ages. Hopefully someone brings the other flowers. Who's it going to be, though? Dead even right now. The final turn's going to determine this race. No mistakes can be made. Mohawk Warrior makes one, and it's a win for Terminal Velocity. Terminal Velocity, perfect, fast, and final round bound in Anaheim. So we look back at the bracket one more time before we crown our winner here in Anaheim. It has been a great night of racing, some really fast passes, very few mistakes have been made, and the drivers that have come all the way to the finals have earned it. They have definitely put their best on the line. So Anaheim, California, let me ask you, are you ready for the Beam Monster Jam Racing Finals? Oh my, Terminal Velocity with a little gamesmanship here. Gonna meet the Crusader on the top of the pod. This is gonna be a great battle. Both of them have been flawless tonight, but one of them is going to be more flawless and walk away with a win. Let's meet your racing final contenders. In the gray lane, in his second event ever, it is Linsey Weenk and the Lucas Oil Crusader. And his opponent, in his second event ever, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. One of these drivers is about to win their first ever racing competition. No better way to start off this point series by picking up an 12-point day in racing. Terminal Velocity with so many mistakes in that first turn. Crusader, 0 mistakes on the night and picks up a racing win for it. The Crusader has been textbook perfect in racing. He's going to make another pass. He can't be stopped. Nothing can stop the Crusader tonight from winning a racing competition. Make some noise for your racing winner in Anaheim, California, Linsey Weenk, Lucas Oil Crusader. Big time victory for the Lucas Oil Crusader to start things off here on this series. Let's take a look at another camera we've got set up on the track. This is inside the truck of the Lucas Oil Crusader. You want to know what it's like to be the most perfect racer in the world on any given day? This is what it looks like to be in the head of Linsey Weenk. line, beat everyone across the line, and is your racing winner in Anaheim, California. Stop number 1 at Stadium Series West. So here's how your overall points stack up right now. After one competition, Linsey Weenk picked up the aforementioned 12 points, but Terminal Velocity can't be feeling too bad because he's got 11. But every point matters so much. Mohawk Warrior with 10, Grave Digger with 9, Soldier Fortune with 8, Wild Side with 7, Apex with 6, Monster with 5, Kraken with 4, Monster Energy with 3, Megalodon with 2, Excaliber with 1. Those guys at the bottom are going to need to have the best skills performance they have had in a while because they need to make up some points as we go into the next competition. It is time for that next competition. The name of it? Skills! It's a pretty simple competition. They get to do 2 moves on 2 wheels or 1 donut. Very simple. Keep your eyes locked in. The judges are going to be watching very carefully as Excaliber's Michael Pagliarulo makes his way out onto the track to be your first competitor in today's event. Mike Pagliarulo, only his 3rd event on the channel. No competition wins for him yet, but hey, he got 1 point in racing. There's no better time to win your first competition than right now and get 12 points back. Going for a stoppie. Moonwalked it up the ramp, but nothing quite crazy there, unfortunately. Excaliber didn't have the best first move, and I think that's going to hurt him a little bit. He's going to need an awesome second move here. Now, obviously it's early on in this series, but you can't afford to fall behind. You have to come out strong, and Excaliber is going to need to make up for that first move and get a good second. If you fall so far behind early, you're out of it in the points and just driving for fun at that point. We know everyone wants a series championship. Excaliber doing a little bicycle. Nice job. His run is done. Taking a look at it one more time on the replay. First move was okay. Second move was pretty good. The score is a 6.754 for Excaliber. That's your score to beat in this competition. Next up, Adam Anderson, Megalodon. Fifth event in Adam Anderson's Beam Monster Jam career. Never once has he won this one. So let's see if he can do it today. Perfect moonwalk up and down the step up for move number 1. That was clean and smooth. So setting himself up to try and take a lead, but he's going to need to follow it up with a good second move here. Beautiful slap wheelie, combos it up the ramp, combos it down. Nice. Good work out of Megalodon. Looking at that second move one more time on the Super Glue to the Action replay. That was pretty good. Didn't waste much time, just went move to move, trying to beat that 6.754, and he will with a 7.725. Megalodon is your new leader. Next up, coming all the way out of the back after braking and racing, this is Monster Energy, Todd LeDuc. He's not wasting any time here, coming out with a stoppie right away. Moonwalking it on the base of that ramp. Todd LeDuc has never won this competition before. That is his first move in the books. He's going to have one more. We've seen a couple drivers attempt those stoppies already, so you've got to outdo your opponents here. for a bicycle. Tricky, tricky move, and he is still walking it. And will set her down there. Good run out of the Monster Energy. Let's watch this bicycle one more time. I mean, he was smooth and steady. Very good job out of the Monster Energy. I couldn't have asked for a better run. Score to beat, 7.725 by Megalodon. It's your new leader, 7.912 for the Monster Energy. Now welcome to the floor, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. This is his 6th event here on the series. He's a long-time veteran for being Monster Jam. Pretty crazy to think about, but he's never won 2-wheel skills before. He does have a freestyle win. He picked up a win in Orlando. But never once in this competition. Lining up for the stop in the same one that his brother Michael did. Perfectly balanced on the front end there. Walking it backwards, nice job, sets it down. That was clean for first move. Sets himself up nicely for a second one. It's very important that you just set yourself up early. You don't want to have to be coming back on your second move and trying to impress after a bad first one. You want to be setting yourself up for success. Bicycle. Okay. Pretty good second one from Kraken. I think there was a little bit more room for improvement on both of those moves, but I like that first one a lot that we're watching again right now. This was solid. One of the best of the day out of our first few competitors, and his opponents have been doing the moonwalks as well, so he changed it up, did a little combo. Score to beat belongs to Monster Energy. The score for Kraken is a 7.175. That's third place right now in this competition. Time to bring the dog to the floor. This is Charlie Pauken, Monster Mutt. Charlie Pauken is a very solid competitor. He was the first man we met today on this series, and he does have a 2-wheel skills win. He came back in New Orleans. He is now walking the dog on the tongue. That tongue is just dragging along the ground perfectly. Awesome, bounced it back and over. Perfect control. Monster Mutt keeping that thing beautifully balanced. Got himself one more move though, and I gotta say, he set himself up nicely. Talk about setting up for success. I think he did just that on the first move. Let's see what move number 2 is. If he can nail this bicycle here, he might take the lead. Tries to get it into the moonwalk. Got it! Not easy to pull that off, and Monster Mutt does it perfectly. A bicycle to moonwalk executed just about as well as anyone could. And looking at the replay, he was just dialed in. I thought from there, I thought he was done. But he found some grip, threw it in reverse, and nailed it. I definitely thought he wasn't going to pull that off. I'm impressed. Consider me impressed. Will it be enough to take the lead? Yes! 8.599. Looking for 2-wheel win number 2. Your next competitor will be Morgan Kane, Apex. Loving the theme song that this truck has. Morgan Kane in his very first stadium event, but he does have 2 two-wheel skills wins. I love this song. This is awesome. Trying to pop her. I should add this to my gym playlist. This will really get me moving. Apex dancing around to the beat. Very clean. Walked it up and going down the ramp and still going. One wheel now. One wheel now. One wheel now. Awesome. Well, if you want to take a lead, you got to do something like that. Have to impress not only the fans, but the judges. These judges can be very critical and very harsh and very biased, so you need to give them a reason not to be. Going for his second move here. Nose flicking it from the front to the back. Beautiful. Wheeling it. Oh, yeah. Combo 2. Clean. Let's watch it again. That flick was toasty. I love it. Very clean flick. Let's see if it's enough to take the lead. I'm not sure if it is, but that was a really good run. Oh, not enough. 8.496. Oof. Fans are booing a little bit, and I don't blame them. I think that was your best run we've seen so far. Now coming from the line of trucks, we've got Zack Garner, wild side. Coming out full speed right now. Oh, tried the tombstone, failed it. Risky move, but if you can pull it off, man, it looks good. He didn't pull it off. So now what do you do after that? You've got to get a killer move. Gonna try a bicycle, oh my. Thought he lost it for a moment. He's going to have to pull off a crazy save here. I don't think he is. He is done. Unfortunate. Wildside a little too excited and didn't quite pull off that crazy move he wanted. Ended on his lid, our first rollover of the day, so we'll give a shout out to our Dirt Crew team there, flipping him back over. We wouldn't be able to be here if it weren't for them. Gonna get that wild side fired back up. Scored a beat, belongs to Mutt. Not gonna even be close. 7th place for the wild side. Luckily for him, he picked up a decent amount of points in racing, but I don't think that's gonna help him out too much. He's gonna need a big freestyle. So we'll move along to our last 5 trucks. Two wheels skilling next. We've got Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune. This is her 14th event. Never has it gotten a 2-wheel skills win. Last time we saw her was actually in Melbourne, Australia. Got to drive Whiplash over there. Actually, I don't think that was the last show we saw her, but I know she drove Whiplash on an international series. Sorry, my memory's a little bit faded. It's been like a year since we've done some of these events, so bear with me. What in the world is she lining up for right now? Nothing was the answer. Gonna line up on the back of the racing lane to try a popper. This is not an easy move to pull off. She's got it on the front too. Let's see if she can balance it. No. Well, after a bit of a failure on the first move, she's going to have to pull off a really good second one here. Thankfully, again, did pretty well in racing, got some pretty decent points. As you get later in 2-wheel skills, you've got the drivers who made it further in racing, so they have a little bit more room for error, but you don't want to be throwing it away. She did 2 front truck moves. Some stoppies, some moonwalks. I don't know how much the judges are going to love that one, and they don't. That's a 6.559. Too bad. Your next competitor is Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Weston Anderson, while we've talked about his racing prowess, he's also been very good in two-wheel skills. Won one in Hidalgo, Texas, and one in Oakland, California. He has been a stellar driver all around. Got a perfect sweep in Oakland, California. So back in that state, will he be able to win this one? We'll see. He already couldn't pull off a racing win, but doing a really good tombstone here. Walking it all the way. I mean, he's given it all he's got. This is all the room he could possibly utilize here. Very perfect move. You could not balance a monster truck better than Weston Anderson just did. The question is, can he do it again? He's going to need a good second move. He might be able to take a lead with whatever run he puts out now. What's he lining up for, that Weston Anderson? He's lining up for the racing lane. Maybe a bicycle in his sights. Come on, Weston. Let's see him give her the beans. He's on the sidewalls. By the wall! Nice! He's been shut off. Oh, no. Well, that truck had just enough momentum to roll him over. But I have to say, very solid two-wheel skills move, but that counts as kind of failing it. Shutting him off once he got to that wall. Unfortunately, flipped him over. Get him rolled back over as the scores come in. Oh man, that body's taking a little damage here. Well, will it be enough to take the lead? No. 7.726, so failing that second move really hurt him. And now Gravedigger's going to have to make sure everything's okay for Freestyle. Going to head back out to the pits, get his team to check on it. That song means one thing. It's time for Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Bryce Kenny in his 5th event here on the channel. He has gone 3 for 4 in two-wheel skills wins. He won it in Detroit, Tampa, and Houston. This guy has been incredible. He's the only driver ever to win 3 two-wheel skills competitions on this channel. So that's a pretty big deal. Showing you why he's been winning this competition. With a very smooth move, gonna nose flick it, awesome. He's been shut down for some reason. Hopefully we can get him refired so he could give us a second move. Something going on with that Mohawk Warrior truck, not sure what it is. Well, he's back going now. Going for move number 2. Getting the fans all pumped up. Come on now. Oh, he didn't love that one. He wasn't a fan of that setup. So let's see if he likes what he goes for next. A lot of options on this track, and he's going to opt to go for the back of the racing lane. Walks it up. Perfect. He's balancing that baby brilliantly right now. Good, clean work. Another nose flick. Don't overdo it, though. On the back 2 wheels. That is clean. Good control. Slat wheelie afterwards. Very, very good run out of the Mohawk Warrior. Look at that replay one more time. This is awesome. He walked this quite a while. And on top of walking it for quite a while, threw in this awesome nose flick. And I thought he might be flipping it over, but the back end of that chassis saved him. I mean, there's no contact with the ground for like 5 seconds there. And he is somehow still able to keep that thing on 2 wheels and walk a wheelie out of it after. That was a perfect run and given an incredible bid to win yet another 2-wheel skills competition today. Will it be enough? No. It's an 8.579, so the judges didn't like it as much as Monster Mutt. So now your runner-up in racing gets a crack at it. This is John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr. still hunting that very first competition win. In that very first event he had on the channel, he placed 2nd place in the overall. I want to point out a really small detail here in a moment as Terminal Velocity goes for a bicycle. Oh, nice! So, I noticed on the track that the paint is being taken away whenever a driver hits a ramp. I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge how much dedication that takes to do that. That is not easy to do. And whoever's going back and doing that deserves a ton of props, because that is incredible. Going for a kickstand here, Terminal Velocity. Beautiful. Not an easy move to pull off. I led into that like it was just an average walk in the park, but for Terminal Velocity, it obviously is. I mean, that thing was amazing. He's just perfectly balancing that Terminal Velocity truck on 2 wheels. This is brilliant. Talk about a good run. Slap moonwalk. Wow, I wasn't ready for that. Terminal Velocity is cooking out here today in Anaheim, California, here in 2-wheel skills. Great run. Will it be enough to take the lead? No. 8.381. Well, the judges seem to have figured out who their winner is. Well, maybe it'll be the guy coming out last. Linsey, Weenk, and the Lucas Oil Crusader's already got a racing win under his belt, picked up 12 points. He's got a chance to add even more to that. And the door is pretty open to win a 2-wheel victory here, because an 8.599 is not a super high score. It's definitely beatable. The problem is, Linsey Weenk is not the best 2-wheel skills driver ever. However, he does have a win in this competition, came back in Indianapolis. That was the only competition he's ever had. So he's kind of figured things out in Beam Monster Jam. Balancing it, trying to keep it nice and balanced. Wow, on 1 wheel now. Unfortunately puts him on the sidewalls. But can he save it? Whoa! Crusader was just spinning like 5 times. Well, you want to take a lead. That might be a good way to do it. Still got one more move. How do you top that? Oh, try the bicycle, the moonwalk. Oh, nice. All right, that second move might hurt his score a little bit, but this first one was the best of the day, hands down. Gotta watch this one again on the replay. When he came off the ramp, he was trying to get a little too cute with it, Then he had to save it. Lost the hood along the way. That's 2 revolutions, almost 3 full. Was it enough to win this competition? Yes, it is. A 9.431. The Lucas Oil Crusader is your 2-wheel skills winner. And Anaheim, he has doubled it down. And he is now 2 for 2 in winning the 2-wheel competition. Very big deal for him. I love that. This is the move that sealed the deal. Coming out last, got to see what everyone else did, and he executed a winning run. Very, very good job. And then this other move was pretty good too. I don't think it really made a big difference in him winning or not, but still added an extra little bit of aura to the overall performance. Gonna go behind the pits real quick. Let's take a look at Album. What do you got?
As 2-wheel skills wraps up here, it's time for a quick look behind the scenes in the pits. First up, we have Linsey, Weenk, and Lucas Oil Crusader, who dominated both 2-wheel skills and racing earlier. His truck is currently being checked over after an amazing save in 2-wheel skills. The crew's already pulled out a brand new hood, and they're working hard to have him ready for freestyle. Next, it's all hands on deck for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Both sway bars were inverted after his first hit in 2-wheel skills, but with one of the best crews on site, the truck is getting the attention it needs and will definitely be back for freestyle. Weston Anderson and Gravedigger had a rollover while attempting a sidewall save. Luckily, the damage is minor, just a new door needed, and the team is on it. They'll be ready to rivet back in freestyle. Finally, Zack, Garner, and Wildside had a wild crash during 2-wheel skills, but the truck sustained minimal damage. Zack says he's good to go and ready to let it loose in freestyle. Stay tuned as the action continues to heat it up here in Angel Stadium.
Lucas Oil, it works.
I run Lucas Oil.
It doesn't matter if you're on the water,
Driving to work,
or competing in a sold-out stadium.
Lucas Oil products will help you get the most out of your vehicle.
Monster Jam has run Lucas Oil in and on our trucks for over 10 years.
we wouldn't run anything else.
Lucas Oil, the official oil of Monster Jam.
Monster jams.
Control chaos.
It's crazy what we do with these trucks. Even if you've been years ago, it's time to come back to Monster. You absolutely don't know what is going to happen.
And then to get inside and strap in and do the things we do, it's just a rush like no other.
When you start jumping school buses and jumping some of these things you got out here and running these things as fast as they go, you feel like you can do anything.
It's crazy, bigger than you could even imagine, and it's insane. You just have to be there.
Whoa! Hits the step up sideways. Getting a bicycle, he's flipping over on one wheel. He's gonna fall. Oh my God! Full send off the jammer. Whoa! My nice air into the crater for the step up, and she's gonna send it in the air. Welcome back, fans, to Angels Stadium in Anaheim, California. I'm who's ready for Monster Jam, also known as Michael, as we get ready for our final competition here of the day. We've got all 12 trucks, hopefully ready to strap in and get themselves going. We saw a couple of the trucks in the pits during the halftime part of today's event, and now we'll get to look at the updated overall point standings going into Freestyle. You can see on the very top, we've got Linsey, Weenk, and the Lucas Oil Crusader. He's been amazing. He has picked up 24 points. That is the maximum you can get to this point in the event. The Mohawk Warrior, Bryce Kenny, is in second with 20 points. He's finished third in each of the first two competitions. Not out of the picture for him. Terminal Velocity also very much in it with John Zimmer Jr.'s 19 points. Monster Mutt with 16, Apex with 15, Gravedigger with 15, Monster Energy 10, Soldier Fortune 10, Kraken 8, Wildside 8, Megalodon 7, and Excaliber 4. Still pretty much a close call at the top. I mean, Lucas Oil Crusader's in a great position to win this overall event championship. But you have to remember, this is also on the road to try and win that series championship. So this is not all it comes down to here today, but we still have the best part of the event to come. That is Freestyle. I need you guys to get ready. We are back here for B Monster Jam. I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped. So let me ask you one thing. Are you ready for B Monster Jam Freestyle? 12 trucks, absolute chaos, and first up, we've got Morgan Kane, Apex. Every truck gets 2 minutes. They've got to get 30 seconds completed in order to qualify for the score, and they are ready to go to work here in Anaheim, California. Morgan Kane has only won one freestyle in his career here in B Monster Jam. Coming out first, not an easy task. There we go, it's 2 minutes around the clock. Such a pretty truck, Apex, welcoming it to Monster Jam, B Monster Jam in no better way than right here in Anaheim, California. Nice air. Tough to come out first. You don't know how every obstacle's going to play. Now Morgan Kane, all of his experience came on an arena series in which he placed second place on. So trying to come out here and win a stadium series is not going to be easy. But he is proving today that he is going to be a good competitor. Nice air. Halfway through the run right now. no! Pulled out a save. I don't know how he managed to save that, but that truck was flipping over and Apex decided not to. Time for a backflip. Beautiful. Attempted the moonwalk. Body's starting to fall off a little bit. Nice cross thread. Love when drivers do that. Gonna circle that thing around to try and get some big air off the car stack. Oh my! Apex! Ho-ho! Didn't even need to touch the gas. He's back on all three. Lost a wheel along the way. What a finish to the run. Look at some of the highlights on the replay. Morgan Kane putting up an incredible effort to win freestyle today. This one right here, I mean, I thought he was done, but saved it. And how can you forget some of the bigger moments at the end of this freestyle? The backflip was a good one. But this was the move of the night. The big air off the car stack. The truck just wanted to flip over one more time. I mean, that was almost a perfect, complete barrel roll. And the truck just landed back on all threes. Let's find out what the score is. It's a big score here. It's a 9.100. That's an important score to get. Not easy to come out first, and it's even harder to get a good score coming out first. And Apex starts things off nicely. Our dirt crew putting a lot of work in there early on in this event, and we still got 11 trucks left to freestyle. Out of those 11 trucks, here comes truck number 2. This is John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. As I mentioned before, just the second event ever for John Zimmer Jr., so pretty much a newbie in this sport. But he's doing pretty well in the overall point standings right now. He's 5 points out of first, so he has to do very well if he wants to win this overall event championship. He's going to need a big run right now. He's on the clock. Let's see what he does. Huge air across the center. I love it when drivers go big early on, not caring about how much time they've got left. So far, he is definitely showing some hang time. Wow, nice move. Qualifies for a score by completing those 30 seconds. Started off really strong. He slowed up just a little bit, basically. You don't want to go 120% for 120 seconds. You got to kind of pace yourself a little. Nice wheelie. Just throwing in a lot of technical moves. I like that. You don't want to just go out there and jump around. You got to show me that you can drive. 45 seconds remain for terminal velocity. I'm going to circle around to the backflip on this side. We already saw Apex hit it on the other side. Nice. Nice air again across the middle of the track. He's done that twice now, one from each side. 15 seconds left. He's going to need to turn it up a little more, though. Hard hit. Lost a wheel. And flips her over. Terminal velocity is done. Looking at the replay. Some good stuff here to talk about here from this freestyle. The question is, was it enough to be a new leader in freestyle? It was a good freestyle overall. But I think he needed to really take the lead here if he wanted to win the overall event championship. But crazier things have happened. This move was the one that ended it all here. Came down a little hard on the back right. That wheel just folded right under him. And that proved to be the demise of the terminal velocity. Our dirt crew getting hard at work. They've now had to recover 2 trucks with missing wheels in freestyle already. Will it be enough? Not quite. 8.737. Good score nonetheless here in for terminal velocity. Moving along in freestyle. Who's next? Who let the dogs out? Nope. I thought we were getting Monster Mutt. They tricked me. It's Soldier Fortune, Kayla Blood. Kayla Blood, as I mentioned before, has only won 1 competition on the channel. It was a racing competition. But 14 events is probably the most out of anyone. Getting beyond the stadium, so it's only going to go up. Apex set a nice high bar early on in freestyle. Not going to be easy for anyone to just waltz their way to a win today. Nice air. I just love drivers that are not afraid to set. Perfect flow of the track, just going from one move to the other already early on in this run. Easily a boss running back like this, but she is not. Though 40 seconds left in the run, and she's kind of just drove around. I want to see more. I mean, I can't believe we're already at 30 seconds left. Slowing up a bit. She might be heading for the 8-pack backflip. Yes, she is. Mint on the landing there. That was perfect. Very nice air again. Might be our first truck to finish the entire run and not break, and she will. Fills the clock. Truck is in one piece. Soldier Fortune is finished here in Anaheim, California. Let's make some noise for Kayla Blood. She didn't have the most flashy of freestyles, but there's something to be said for a driver to go out there and fill the 2 minutes and not make you feel like you're wasting time. Nothing worse than a driver who just kind of dilly-dallies around the track. She at least put up a good effort. I don't think it'll be enough to take the lead, and it won't. But it is a good run from Soldier Fortune to start her season. Still got plenty of freestylers left. The next one will be Megalodon. This is Adam Anderson. Adam Anderson has never won freestyle, and this is his first time ever piloting Megalodon here on the channel. So for him, it's been Gravedigger and Gravedigger only. Now with a new identity, he'll try and make a name for himself in this truck. Not that he really has to make a name for himself. He's freaking Adam Anderson. Off with a bit of a slow start, but wanted to throw in a wheelie. Sometimes stuff is gold up here. That's better. Some nice air off the racing lane. Oh, yeah. Big air off the cars. Saw that prove to be a little catastrophic for Apex. Not quite a problem for the Megalodon, though. Oh, wow. Sounded like a good run. This one is going to prove to be a formidable force against the Apex with 42 seconds remaining. He is going to backflip. Landed it. Another cross thread. Ho-ho! He is jumping her all around. It's been a really good run. I mean, Apex had the wow moment at the end, but Megalodon's having a good full freestyle here. This has definitely been the best overall run of the day. Just gonna back it up to the dumpsters. Are we gonna send it? Hold on to your butts! Megalodon flying into the center of the track. Time is up. This is just for the fans, but another big send out of the Big Meg. What a freestyle, letting her rip after the time. He has been shut down. What a freestyle for the Megalodon in Anaheim, California. This replay is going to have a lot of clips in it. So many big jumps. Some really solid freestyling from Adam Anderson in Megalodon. This jump was huge. It came after the time, though, so that doesn't count for anything. All right, will it be enough to take the lead is the question. Apex sits up there with a 9.100. The score for Megalodon is not enough. 9.044. I think, truthfully, I think he could have finished a little stronger. He had such a good run, but he kind of never peaked in that run. It was all just one solid flow. We'll continue along in freestyle now. Who let the dogs out? It's Charlie Pauken. Monster Mutt. Charlie Pauken out here has still never won a freestyle competition. He has a racing win and a two-wheel skills win, though. But never won in freestyle, never won for an overall, and now he is on the clock here in Anaheim. He was selected to be a part of this series because of his performance in both Indianapolis and New Orleans. He did very well in those events. He almost won freestyle in both of them, but he has not quite been able to secure a win. Today will be the day. We're seeing some real quality right now, just 25 seconds in. Certainly a good selection to be a part of this series. I think we're going to get some big moments out of Monster Mutt. Nice air. Oh my! Oh boy, watch out! Truck might be braking. Yes, it is. Oh, that landing was not good for a monster truck. You could just tell the way he was heading down there. Too bad. It's on pace for a real good score. And it's so important on a series like this. You don't know how long the series is going to go, but I have to imagine the series won't be super long, so you don't want to really fall behind. You've got to be strong early. I'm sure he would love to put up a good freestyle number here. Oh, that was just such a hard hit. Very, very hard hit for the Monster Mutt. Get him flipped back over. Get him out of the truck. Give a wave to the fans. That is it for the Monster Mutt. Just waiting for the scores. Did a lot of damage to the bottom of that machine. They're going to have to fix a lot. 7.932, that's the number. Time for Excaliber. This is Pagliarulo. Excaliber had to come out first in two-wheel skills after finishing with the least amount of points in racing. So he's going to have no choice but to go really big here in freestyle, and I have faith in his ability to freestyle. His debut event was filling in for his father driving the Jester truck for the Halloween show #1. And then brought Excaliber out for the event in Detroit, Halloween show #2. Let's see if he can maybe get a freestyle in. Picking up the pace a little bit, getting some more speed, some more air. Just about the halfway point. Oh, wow, that's big air. That jump's been sending a lot of drivers high in the sky tonight. Excaliber just the next one to do that. Going move to move, not wasting any time. Very smooth freestyle so far. Wow. Clean back flip. And huge air. Whoa! That was some hang time. 7 seconds left. Maybe time for one more move. Let's finish strong. Excaliber coming down to the wire. Strong finish to a strong freestyle for Excaliber in Anaheim. Excaliber was just flying high and did everything he could. Aside from a big wow moment, I mean, he really had a good textbook freestyle run. But even at that, he still had a lot of big air. Look at that. I mean, this replay is showing a lot of big jumps. So sometimes you don't need a wow moment to have a good freestyle. Ready for some scores to come in here. Apex still the score to beat. Score for Excaliber, your new leader, 9.229. I thought Apex's run was going to hold up a little bit more than that, but Excaliber is taking it away. Your next competitor, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Bryce Kenny, on top of his 3 two-wheel skills games, he does have a win in freestyle. That came back in Houston. He also does have an overall event championship. That came in Tampa, and he's in contention for that here today. He's only 4 points out of that top spot. But again, we all know you're going to have to put on a pretty good performance, especially because Linsey has not lost the competition yet. So while Bryce Kenny has finished 3rd in each of the 2 competitions today, he is still facing a pretty big uphill battle if he wants to win an overall event championship tonight. Nice air. Racing lanes are a great opportunity for big air. Kind of slowing down the pace a little bit, though, but he's keeping the truck going, keeping the fans engaged, but I like a little more. Usually you could tell a driver is losing pace when I've stopped talking. If I'm not talking, it's because they're not doing anything to make me talk about it. I'm not just going to fill the air for nothing. That is great. using the step up. More nice air. My goodness. Time for a backflip. Little late backflip here, but he still got it. Usually drivers do around the 30-second mark. He didn't wait around too long. Oh, wow. Well, his time is up. This is just for the fans, but still going big. Very good run. He's putting a beating on the front end of that truck, and he is done. Solid showing from the Mohawk Warrior here. I don't know if it'll be enough to take a lead, but he had a couple really big leaps in there. Comparing it to Excaliber's run, well, you got to kind of compare the air. The Mohawk Warrior was very similar in the freestyle department to what we saw from Excaliber. This jump was huge, though. Looked crazy from the other side. Looked like he might have broken something there. And that was the end of the run. This move was just for the fans. Oh, yeah, he broke a 4-link bar. I was going to say, it looked like something broke when that freestyle finished, and it did. Time for some scores. Let's see if it's enough to be your new leader. It is not. 9.019. Still good, though. Wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't bad. Proceeding along to Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Such a beautiful monster truck here in Being Monster Jam. He does have a freestyle win. Came in Orlando, Florida. And now he's going to try to grab another. Only his second time here in the state of California. Off early with some big air. Let's see if he can keep it up. Still got 95 seconds to fill. You don't want to get too overexcited and then flip over the ruler. Going for the car stack, huge. Those car stacks are awesome. Step up time. We saw Mohawk Warrior get huge air off of that. Kraken looking a little similar. Wow. Some of these jumps are massive. Jammer time, comboed it up. 30 seconds left. On cue. Oh, I thought he was going for the backflip. He is. He's just turning it around. Trick me. Nice backflip. Whoa, what a bounce. Oh, no. That's not how that was supposed to go. Man, oh, man, that was weird. We got to watch that one again while we watch the replay. I don't know what happened there on that backflip. The run was good. It was solid. He had some nice air. I mean, if he filled the clock, he might have been a contender, but this backflip, what happened? He had so much speed that when he landed, it bounced the truck back forward, and then he had no way of saving that thing. Unfortunately, that is it for the Kraken. Too bad. This music is very perfect for the situation. Score to beat, belonging to Excaliber. Kraken, not going to cut it. 8.701. That's the difference a backflip can make, man. You fail that backflip, it's going to kill you. You land it, he might have been in a top spot. Never know what can happen. That's why you got to be solid all the way through. Don't have a ton of competitors left, so we're getting down to the wire with Excaliber still in first. And Apex is still in second as well. It is now time for the Lucas Oil Crusader. This is Linsey Weenk. Welcome him back to the floor. Having a great day. Has won both racing and two-wheel skills. And is looking for a perfect event. Put a new hood on. We saw Album talk about that in the pit report. And that is how he starts his freestyle run. Quite the impressive start to the season for the Crusader, but will make it even better, a freestyle win. We've already had a perfect event. Weston in Oakland, California. Can Linsey Weenk be the next? It's pretty tough for a non-Gravedigger truck to do it, though. You always see the best drivers in the Gravediggers, so it's harder for everyone else to do it. But Linsey Weenk, I talked about it coming into this event, really good competitor, and he is showing it today. This is a point series to boot, so even if he doesn't win freestyle, he still needs to have a good run. Pressure is kind of off of him for the overall championship. Mohawk and Terminal Velocity are both kind of in the middle of the pack, so as long as he finishes right around 7th or 6th, they'll probably win that overall. You know he wants more than that. Nice. Very, very good work here by the Crusader. I mean, he hasn't done anything to stand out, but it's still been a good freestyle. Backflip! Nice. Time for one more move. Make it count. That is nice air. That is how he's running out. Not sure if that's enough to win it, but it was a good freestyle nonetheless, and it'll probably clinch the overall event championship. Oh, he's going to flip it over for fun right at the end of the time. And back on all fours. Get a little hype there inside the truck. Linsey Weenk having a great day. Finished strong. As long as he places above both Terminal Velocity and Mohawk Warrior, and as long as he places within 4 of both, he's clinched not only an overall event championship, but first place on the series at the end of the day. But if he places above them, he's going to have himself a pretty big lead at the end of this. That truck is so pretty. This one just for fun, giving the fans an extra highlight to add to their Instagram stories at the end of the day. Score to beat 9.229. Oh my, it's your new leader. I wasn't ready for that. Well, that guarantees him an overall event championship. It also guarantees him first place on the series at the end of the day. And we're down to our last couple competitors as Todd the Duke in Monster Energy comes out next. So now the question is, can we get a perfect event? I don't know. I mean, I didn't think it was even going to be possible watching that run, but should be down to our final 3. We still have Wild Side and Gravedigger to go after Monster Energy. Todd the Duke is roaring up for his run. He wants to hear some noise before we start. There you go. He is off and running. Todd the Duke has 2 freestyle wins in his career in this little event he's done. This will be number 3 if he can pull one out. And I have to say, the bar is not very high. Loving the pace he's got. His momentum is awesome. Not holding back on any jump either. He's going as hard as he can off of every jump. Keeping it up. Wow. This is just freestyle. He is certainly on pace to take a lead. Not even close. 45 seconds left and he's still backing up to get air. This is a great run out of Monster Energy. My, oh my. It just doesn't stop. Here he goes for a backflip. Nice. Oh, moonwalk. Perfect. Yeah. Clean. Come on now, you still got 5 seconds left. Do something else. He's going to send it off of a step up. That's how you finish. One more jump for fun. Todd the Duke having the time of his life here in Anaheim. And I'll tell you what, if that doesn't take the lead in freestyle, I'm quitting. That was the best run of the day by far. That was a great run. So many highlights. I mean, just every move was 100%. Great energy, great speed. That's how you freestyle MB Monster Jam right there. That was smooth. Perfect run. Let's find out what the score is. Trying to beat the 9.280, and it is enough for the 9.454. Well-deserved new leader here in this competition. Still have 2 more trucks left, and next up we've got Zack Garner, Wild Side. Very good freestyler coming out here. He does have a freestyle win. He came back in Los Angeles. He's able to win the overall event championship. Don't think an overall event championship's in the cards for today, but a freestyle win still possible. Monster Energy's run was great, but beatable. He's going to need a big run and a wow moment likely to be able to do that. Nice air. Oh, he clipped the backflip. Oh my! I saw that coming. He was a little too far to the left on the ramp, and clipping that backflip cost him his entire freestyle run. That's too bad. That's going to probably put him right at the bottom of the pack. I mean, he's going to have to come out early next week. Yeah, that backflip caused his demise. Too bad. Thought for a second he might have had a chance at saving it, but not quite. Broke a lot in that truck as well. Shocks gonna need some fixing. That is last place. It's been a good freestyle competition so far today, so Zack Garner, even with a 7.3, is in last with 1 truck left. And that 1 truck is probably not gonna finish in last. That is the Gravedigger, and it's being driven by Weston Anderson. Everyone loves a Gravedigger freestyle. Weston Anderson, one of the best in the business. He's already got 2 freestyle wins on his ledger here in his Team Monster Jam career. The question is, can he add a 3rd? It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a really, really good freestyle if he wants to do it. And if he can, he'll knock Monster Energy out of the top spot. Lining up for move number 1. Let's go, everybody. Gravedigger Freestyle. Heat is on. Weston Anderson in 8 events on the channel, just 2 stadiums. I think it's... Now, this is now his 3rd. Oh, he hit the wall! Oh, no! Let's see if we can get him refired. Smack the wall, which is a shut-offable offense, but this is Beam Monster Jam. We let him keep rolling. That is going to kill the momentum, but thankfully there's only 15 seconds in. Back and running off that racing lane. Wow, that's nice air. Holy moly, he's definitely trying to win freestyle. Not that anyone's not, but we knew it was going to be a tall task, and you can see he's trying to match it. Weston has proven that he is capable of winning any freestyle he performs. Already halfway through, and we've got a real competition here between Gravedigger and Monster Energy. Oh! Wow! That looks awesome from this camera angle. Gonna backflip a little early. That's gonna allow him a lot of time to just let her loose. You're your final freestyler of the day. Will it be enough to win it? He's got 30 seconds to go. Crossing sideways, hard on the front. One wheeling. Truck's shut down. He might have lost some power there. Yep. Something broke in that Gravedigger truck and is going to cut his run short. Going to be hard to win freestyle without a full freestyle on the clock. But it was a valiant effort. If anyone was going to do it, it was going to be Gravedigger. But I'm not sure how that'll get it done. The judges have surprised me before with crazier decisions, though. So we will see if that is enough to get it done. Looking at these highlights, I mean, man, he was on pace to be probably top 3. But I'm not sure now after the way that finished. Let's see if we could spot anything wrong with that truck on the landing. I mean, obviously a hard hit there. It almost was like it shut the truck off with how hard he hit. Or just knocked the transmission out altogether, but... no matter what, something broke, and it ended the run for the Gravedigger truck. So let's find out if it is your freestyle winner. The score to beat, that's not the proper score to beat, but it is still an 8.770, not quite enough. Monster Energy is enough to be your freestyle winner here today. Your top 5 in freestyle, Monster Energy taking it home. That was the best run of the day. He deserved it. The Crusader got 2nd place, 1 point off of a perfect event. Excaliber in 3rd, Apex with the move of the night right there. He finished in 4th, and Megalodon finished in 5th. Very smooth, consistent, solid event. Everyone put on pretty good freestyles all around. That was one of the better overall freestyles you'll see. But at the end of the day, that man, Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy had the best. And he's going to take home a trophy today from winning that freestyle competition here in Anaheim, California. So let's crown the overall event champion. We all know who it is. It's the Crusader with 35 points. And that is how you start off a series, by being 8 points ahead of the rest of your competition. Mohawk Warrior got 2nd with 27. Apex with 24. Terminal Velocity tied in 3rd with 24 points. Monster Energy with a big freestyle win. Picked up a big hunk of points to get him to 22. He was in real trouble without that. Gravedigger has 21, Monster Mutt has 18, Megalodon 15, Excaliber 14, Soldier Fortune 13, Kraken 12, and Wildside 9. Man, Wildside, such a good start to the day, and finishing last in skills and freestyle has put him last on the tour. And I mean, that is just a killer. I mean, it's going to be almost impossible to come back from that, especially with the start the Crusader had. So, man, it is still up in the air. I mean, anyone can win this series, but Crusader, he was the man today in Anaheim, California. This was the day of the Crusades. And Linsey Weenk was able to pull home a huge night in all three competitions. Wanted to say thank you all for joining me here today in Anaheim, California for a great event to start off Stadium Series West. Happy to be back here with you. I'm Who's Ready for Monster Jam. For everybody here at Beam Monster Jam, we're glad you were able to join us and be a part of what was an awesome first event for this series. We hope to see you back for more Beam Monster Jam.